There is a great misunderstanding in the world about money. Many believe money itself holds power, yet money is only a symbol, a visible sign of invisible forces, working through thought, belief, and expectation. True power does not live inside coins or numbers, it lives within consciousness. Money flows toward clarity. It answers confidence, it responds to those who understand their worth. When a person fears money, doubts it, or believes it is scarce, they unknowingly close the door through which abundance arrives. But when one recognizes money as an obedient servant, a tool directed by divine order, power begins to awaken. Real power is alignment. It is the calm knowing that supply is endless and that right ideas always bring right compensation. The individual who blesses money, who releases resentment and speaks prosperity with faith, becomes magnetic to opportunity. Wealth is not chased, it is allowed. Money creates power because it amplifies intention. In the hands of fear, it increases anxiety. In the hands of wisdom, it multiplies good. Therefore, the question is never, how can I get more money? But rather, what consciousness am I bringing to money? When thoughts are rich with gratitude, money becomes a channel for freedom. Freedom to create, to serve, to uplift, freedom, and to live without limitation. Power arises when a person no longer sees money as a master, but as a messenger responding to inner authority. Every spoken word plants a seed. Declare lack, and limitation grows. Declare sufficiency, and pathways appear where none were visible before. The universe responds not to need, but to belief. You were designed to direct it. The moment you claim your rightful abundance with calm certainty, money begins to organize itself around your purpose. True financial power is spiritual confidence, expressed in practical form. It is the understanding that ideas are wealth, faith is currency, and expectation is the law of increase. So bless what you have today. Speak prosperity over your life. Act with courage where fear once stood. For when your inner world accepts abundance as natural, money becomes an ally, and through it, your power to create good expands without limit. Money reflects inner consciousness, not outer luck. This is a principle often overlooked by those who struggle financially, for they perceive money as a tangible external object to be chased, begged for, or competed over. Yet the invisible laws of the universe operate in a far different way. Money is a mirror of your inner state, a direct reflection of the thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes you carry within. If your consciousness is limited, if your mind harbors fear, doubt, or scarcity, the external world will conform to that vibration. You may work tirelessly, yet still find yourself struggling because the effort is not the determining factor. The inner belief is. Those who appear to attract wealth effortlessly are not more hardworking than others, but they understand the principle that money flows in response to clarity, confidence, and expectation. Every thought you hold about money, whether spoken or unspoken, sends a signal into the unseen, shaping the reality that manifests in your life. When a person believes that wealth is difficult or that money is hard to obtain, they are inadvertently creating resistance. The subconscious mind accepts statements of limitation as truth and works diligently to organize experiences that match them. Conversely, when one cultivates an inner certainty that abundance is natural, when one consistently affirms sufficiency, the universe responds by presenting opportunities, ideas, and channels for money to flow. It is not the currency itself that holds power, but the consciousness directing it. A mind steeped in fear cannot command wealth, for fear repels, blocks, and confines. Money obeys intention, yet it is intention rooted in clarity, not desperation. Those who chase money with anxious energy are like trying to catch the wind with bare hands. The more one pursues with tension, the more elusive it becomes. The secret is to shift focus from the lack to the inner alignment with abundance. Prosperity begins as an inner state. One must first envision and feel financial ease before seeing it reflected externally. It is a law that has no exceptions. Your outer world is always a manifestation of your inner world. Every act of generosity, every thought of sufficiency, every word spoken in faith, signals to the invisible that resources are welcome. Money does not respond to your need, but to your consciousness. Those who understand this speak of money as a friend, a helper, a responsive agent that amplifies purpose rather than a goal to be grasped at. The contrast between scarcity thinking and abundance thinking is stark. Scarcity thinkers see obstacles. Abundance thinkers see solutions. Scarcity creates stress, which diminishes creativity, while abundance nurtures clear thinking, intuition, and opportunity recognition. The external world cannot be trusted to teach this lesson. It is revealed only through observation of personal results. Ask yourself, when I act from fear, do I attract what I want, or only more struggle? When I affirm sufficiency, does life open doors that seemed closed? The answer demonstrates the law in action. Many attempt to acquire wealth by force, through struggle and unrelenting effort, yet the results are often temporary or accompanied by tension. Effort without alignment is like planting seeds in barren soil. No matter how diligently you work, growth is limited. Effort guided by clear, positive consciousness, however, produces fertile results. Understanding this distinction changes the relationship with money entirely. It is not about the quantity of labor, but the quality of belief. Thoughts of abundance, spoken words of prosperity, and a calm, confident expectation establish a magnetic field for wealth to enter. Money begins to flow where it is welcomed, where it is respected as a tool, and not feared as a master. Even in times of apparent lack, one can maintain the inner consciousness of wealth, knowing that money is a reflection of thought, not the absence of effort. This awareness liberates the mind from worry and opens avenues for creativity, new ideas, and unforeseen opportunities. In essence, wealth is consciousness made visible. Every person carries this potential within, but few recognize it. The mind that is clear, grateful, and expectant creates a reality that mirrors these qualities. Conversely, the mind clouded with doubt and scarcity reproduces limitation externally, no matter the external circumstances. Thus, the true work is not in accumulating money, but in cultivating an inner state that naturally invites it. Wealth is a byproduct of consciousness, a signal of alignment, and a reflection of the inner order of thought. It is why some people in modest circumstances attract remarkable financial support when needed, while others, despite great labor, remain confined in limitation. The difference is not external luck, timing, or competition. It is consciousness, the inner state of mind which organizes the outer experience. Even money itself, when received, acts as a mirror. It reflects not only the giver's attitude but the receiver's receptivity. A person fearful of money may squander it, mismanage it, or feel guilt upon receiving it, whereas a person confident in their right to abundance utilizes it wisely, amplifies it, and channels it for greater good. Consciousness, therefore, is both seed and harvest. One's inner state seeds the field of experience, and the results, tangible or intangible, are the harvest. Understanding this principle transforms the relationship with wealth from one of struggle to one of conscious creation. Money is not random. It is not a reward for labor alone. It is a mirror of what the mind holds and what the heart believes. Those who master this understand that cultivating gratitude, clarity, expectation, and faith is far more powerful than long hours or relentless pursuit. The mind attuned to abundance sees possibilities everywhere, recognizes opportunities others overlook, and moves with confidence in the unfolding of supply. Even setbacks are temporary when consciousness remains aligned. They become lessons or redirections rather than confirmations of lack. Each thought, word, and feeling contributes to the pattern of wealth. Money reflects inner consciousness, and through this reflection, it teaches the vital lesson that true prosperity begins not in banks or business ventures, but in the mind and heart. The world of finance is merely the stage on which inner truths perform. The greater the alignment within, the more effortless and abundant the performance. Money mirrors confidence, generosity, faith, and clarity. It mirrors fear, scarcity, doubt, and limitation. Therefore, one's inner cultivation of belief, understanding, and expectation is paramount. Those who claim mastery over their inner world, who consistently nurture positive, abundant consciousness, will find that money becomes cooperative, responsive, and empowering. Nay, in this sense, is the visible manifestation of invisible principles. It obeys the law of thought, not the law of struggle. Every dollar, every resource, every opportunity responds to the vibration it encounters. Align your inner world with sufficiency, clarity, and faith, and the outer world of money will naturally reflect that state. This understanding is liberating. It places the power not in the unpredictable hands of circumstance, employers, or luck, but within the conscious mind of the individual. No longer is wealth a matter of chance. It becomes a matter of cause and effect, with thought as the cause and money as the visible effect. Every person has the ability to cultivate this consciousness. Fear is replaced with confidence, worry with expectation, and limitation with imagination. As this inner transformation occurs, money flows not because of frantic pursuit, but because it recognizes the vibration that welcomes it. Money, therefore, is not an external master, but an obedient reflection of what is cultivated within. The outer world can never provide lasting security. It only mirrors the consciousness held internally. Cultivate thoughts of sufficiency, gratitude, clarity, and generosity, and the world of finance bends to this inner law. Money does not come to those who want it desperately, but to those whose inner consciousness already embodies it. It is a subtle, unseen law, yet one as precise and unchanging as the movement of the stars. Each act of trust in this law, each alignment of thought with abundance, strengthens the magnetic field that draws resources. Conversely, doubt, fear, and negativity weaken it. It is a law that transcends culture, circumstance, and occupation. The baker, the teacher, the artist, and the CEO alike find that the level of wealth they enjoy reflects the quality of their inner consciousness, not merely their external labor. And you understand that money reflects inner consciousness. You cease to view wealth as a scarce commodity, and you begin to see it as a faithful messenger, responding to the energy you emit, amplifying your purpose, and organizing itself in perfect order around your life and intentions. True power comes from alignment with abundance thinking. Many people spend their lives striving for power, believing it exists in titles, positions, or external resources. Yet real power is far subtler and far more effective. It arises when your inner consciousness, your thoughts, beliefs, and expectations harmonize with the principle of abundance. The world offers infinite supply, yet it responds only to those who are in alignment with the energy of sufficiency and possibility. To understand this, one must first recognize that power is not a matter of force or struggle. It is a reflection of the energy one carries. A person who operates from fear, scarcity, or limitation may attempt to dominate, manipulate, or control, yet the results are often fragile, temporary, or self-defeating. Power that stems from abundance thinking, however, is magnetic, sustainable, and creative. It draws opportunities, resources, and support effortlessly because it is in resonance with the natural law of increase. Alignment with abundance thinking means first cultivating a mindset that perceives life as inherently generous. It is the quiet knowing that supply is endless and that there is more than enough for everyone. Such a person does not compete from fear, but collaborates from confidence, recognizing that empowering others does not diminish personal gain. The alignment is not mere wishful thinking. It is a disciplined practice of observing one's thoughts, reframing limiting beliefs, and consistently affirming sufficiency. When a mind is attuned to abundance, it sees possibilities where others see obstacle. Finds solutions where others find problems, and remains calm when external circumstances appear chaotic. This inner harmony creates a form of power that cannot be shaken by temporary setbacks. It is a matter of law, spiritual law. It is a magnetic force drawing into one's life the circumstances, people, and ideas that are in accordance with the principle of abundance. The alignment begins with awareness. Many individuals unconsciously think in terms of scarcity. There is never enough money, never enough time, never enough opportunity. These thoughts, repeated over and over, condition the subconscious mind to produce experiences that match them. Alignment with abundance thinking therefore requires vigilance and intentionality. It requires noticing when scarcity thoughts arise and consciously replacing them with thoughts of sufficiency, gratitude, and expectation. The power derived from this alignment is not coercive. It does not rely on overpowering others or forcing circumstances. Instead, It operates as a natural authority, emanating from the clarity of one's consciousness. People and situations respond not to fear-driven energy, but to confident expectation and inner assurance. This is why some individuals seem to attract influence effortlessly. They are aligned internally with the principle of abundance, and the outer world reflects that alignment. Abundance thinking also transforms decision-making. Decisions made from a scarcity mindset are often driven by panic, urgency, or the desire to hoard. Decisions rooted in abundance thinking, by contrast, are deliberate, confident, and expansive. They consider long-term effects, opportunities for growth, and the greater good. This mindset allows one to act decisively without desperation, which in turn creates outcomes that amplify personal power. Moreover, alignment with abundance thinking cultivates resilience. Life inevitably presents challenges, yet a person grounded in abundance does not see obstacles as permanent barriers. Instead, setbacks are interpreted as redirections, lessons, or temporary conditions that do not diminish overall prosperity. This perspective ensures that energy remains focused on creation rather than struggle, and power continues to grow as a natural consequence. Communication is also transformed by abundance alignment. Words spoken from a mindset of sufficiency carry authority and influence. People respond to such words because they are infused with confidence and clarity. In contrast, words born of scarcity or fear often repel, confuse, or create resistance. Abundance thinking, therefore, directly affects relationships, collaboration, and the ability to inspire or lead others. Another aspect of this alignment is the understanding that wealth and power are not zero-sum. There is no need to compete for limited resources, because the universe operates on the principle of infinite supply. Those who embrace this truth find themselves less reactive, less envious, and more generous, which paradoxically increases their influence and power. The practice of aligning with abundance also involves conscious visualization and affirmation. By consistently envisioning desired outcomes and affirming sufficiency, individuals reinforce their internal state and send clear signals to the unseen forces that organize experience. This is not about wishful thinking. It is about cultivating a mental and emotional environment that naturally attracts opportunity and resources. Aligning with abundance thinking also cultivates creativity. When the mind is free from the constraints of scarcity, it can explore solutions, innovate, and act boldly. The energy of abundance nurtures imagination and opens doors that a scarcity mindset would overlook. In every interaction, every decision, and every endeavor, alignment with abundant thinking positions one to act from strength rather than fear, from clarity rather than confusion, from faith rather than doubt. Power that emerges from such alignment is enduring because it is rooted in principle, not circumstance. External conditions may fluctuate, yet the individual remains steady, confident, and influential because the source of power is internal. Even in financial matters, abundance thinking transforms the relationship with money. Money is no longer a source of anxiety, but a tool, a servant to the intentions and purposes of the individual. Financial decisions become deliberate and confident, attracting prosperity rather than repelling it through fear or limitation. The alignment also fosters harmony with others. When one operates from abundance, interactions are characterized by generosity, collaboration, and trust. Relationships strengthen, networks expand, and collective power increases because fear and competition no longer dominate behavior. Ultimately, true power is never imposed, it is radiated. Those who are aligned with abundance thinking influence naturally because their inner state is coherent, clear, and magnetic. Others are drawn to them not by manipulation, but by the certainty and calm assurance that such alignment produces. This form of power is transformative, affecting not only the individual, but also the environment in which they operate. It is a force that amplifies good, attracts opportunity, and enhances creativity. Alignment with abundance thinking teaches patience as well. The individual understands that the universe works in perfect timing, that supply is constant, and that trust and faith in the process are more potent than forcing outcomes. Impatience, anxiety, and doubt are signs of misalignment, while calm expectation and deliberate action are signs of true power in motion, even in the face of apparent competition. Scarcity, or challenge, the aligned individual sees that these conditions are temporary and are orchestrated by a larger intelligence that responds to inner consciousness. By maintaining alignment, power continues to manifest because it is rooted in principle rather than external circumstance. In practice, alignment with abundance thinking requires consistent self-reflection and conscious mental habits. Each thought, word, and belief is observed and evaluated. Does it reflect sufficiency or limitation? Does it cultivate confidence and expectation or fear and doubt? Through this awareness, the mind is gradually trained to operate from abundance, and the individual experiences an increasing sense of empowerment. The power derived from such alignment is holistic. It encompasses financial security, creative expression, influence over circumstances, and the ability to inspire and lead others. It is not fragmented or conditional upon external factors. Abundance thinking integrates mind, emotion, and action into a coherent field that naturally attracts success. Even setbacks, failures, or losses become instruments of growth and reinforcement of principle rather than causes of fear or depletion. By consistently practicing abundance thinking, one learns to operate from a place of calm authority, clear expectation, and generous intent. Power, in this sense, is not a possession but a state of being. It is an expression of consciousness aligned with the law of increase. Others sense it, respond to it, and are drawn into cooperative patterns that multiply opportunity and influence. The individual becomes a channel through which abundance flows, and through this flow, the scope of personal power expands, influencing not only self but environment and community in positive, visible, and enduring ways. Money amplifies intention and responds to belief. This is a principle that is often misunderstood because many people perceive money as a static resource, something limited that must be earned through effort alone. In truth, money is a responsive force, a visible manifestation of invisible laws that operate through consciousness, expectation, and intention. The universe does not distribute wealth arbitrarily. It organizes circumstances according to the vibrations that individuals hold within themselves. Every belief, every thought, every spoken word sends signals into the unseen, and money responds accordingly. When intention is clear, when belief is steadfast, and when expectation aligns with faith, money becomes a tool that amplifies those inner conditions into tangible results. Conversely, when thoughts are confused, fearful, or inconsistent, financial outcomes are erratic and frustrating, reflecting the inner disharmony rather than the absence of opportunity. The amplification of intention through money begins with understanding that wealth is not merely a reward for labor, but a mirror of consciousness. Those who cultivate clarity about what they desire, who visualize outcomes with precision, and who hold unwavering faith in their right to receive, experience money flowing in ways that may seem miraculous to the untrained eye. Every transaction, every financial decision, every opportunity that arises is influenced by the energy behind it. If a person approaches money with doubt or hesitation, they create friction that impedes flow. If instead they approach it with certainty, gratitude, and purposeful intention, money responds as a faithful ally, multiplying possibilities and reinforcing the direction set by the mind. Belief is the driving force behind this process. Deep-seated convictions about worthiness, abundance, and entitlement shape the patterns through which money manifests. When belief is strong, money appears in alignment with purpose. When belief is weak, opportunities are missed, and results are inconsistent. Therefore, the cultivation of empowering beliefs is not optional for those who seek financial mastery. It is foundational. Every act of intention must be accompanied by the inner conviction that it is possible and deserved. Words themselves carry the power to shape reality. Speaking in affirmations of abundance, expressing gratitude for current resources, and declaring faith in continued prosperity create vibrational patterns that attract corresponding results. Conversely, negative speech, worry, or complaint about lack strengthens scarcity vibrations and repels wealth. Money, in this sense, is not neutral. It responds to energy, amplifying the quality of the intention behind it. Even seemingly small intentions can have powerful effects when clarity and belief are present. A single focused thought, repeated and reinforced, can set in motion opportunities that lead to exponential financial increase. This is why consistent deliberate practice in cultivating conscious intention is critical. The law works whether one is aware of it or not, but conscious application accelerates results. Intention without belief is like trying to light a candle in a vacuum. The spark is present, but the conditions do not allow it to burn brightly. Belief fuels intention, creating the necessary conditions for manifestation. Those who master this understand that money is a responsive instrument, reflecting the inner world in the outer world. It obeys principle, not pressure. Effort alone does not compel money to act. Clarity, confidence, and expectation direct it. Life presents constant opportunities to test this principle. Offers, ideas, partnerships, and resources appear in response to the quality of one's inner intention. One who operates from clear, positive belief recognizes the signs, acts decisively, and multiplies results. One who operates from uncertainty misses the signs or misinterprets them, resulting in stagnation or loss. This amplification principle also explains why some individuals seem to attract wealth effortlessly. It is not luck, inheritance, or circumstance alone that produces their results. It is their consistent alignment between thought, belief, and spoken word, creating a strong signal to the universe that directs resources into their hands. Money, therefore, is not an external goal to be chased but a reflection of internal alignment, a responsive agent that amplifies what is already present in consciousness. This principle operates on multiple levels. It affects personal finances, professional ventures, investments, and even the flow of opportunities and support from others. Each area of life responds to the quality of belief and the clarity of intention that guides it. The stronger and more coherent the intention, the more pronounced the amplification effect. This does not mean that effort is irrelevant. Action is necessary, but action alone without aligned intention and belief is often inefficient or misdirected. Effort guided by a clear, confident mind produces results far beyond effort alone. Money multiplies and accelerates these results, responding to the energy that accompanies them. Many people struggle because they approach financial challenges with scattered thoughts, indecision, or fear. Such states create resistance, confusion, and inconsistency, which are mirrored in the external world. By consciously cultivating belief in abundance and focusing intentions with clarity, one reduces friction and allows money to respond as intended. Gratitude is another powerful amplifier. Recognizing and appreciating what is already present, no matter how modest, strengthens the alignment of thought and expectation. Gratitude signals sufficiency to the unseen, and money responds by expanding what is acknowledged, reinforcing the principle that energy always returns magnified. The amplification effect is cumulative. Consistent practice of clear intention and belief strengthens the inner field, making responses from money more immediate, reliable, and abundant. Every day becomes an opportunity to reinforce alignment through thought, word, and action. The process is not abstract, it is observable in life's outcomes. Opportunities that align with purpose appear, resources are provided at the right time, and doors open that were previously invisible. This demonstrates that money is not simply a passive object, but a responsive force that magnifies the conditions created by consciousness. Even challenges can serve this process. When faced with obstacles, those who maintain clear intention and unwavering belief often find that resources appear in unexpected ways. Solutions emerge, connections are made, and money flows where it is needed, often exceeding expectations. In this sense, money acts as an amplifier not only of intention, but of alignment with the greater order of life. Visualization is a key tool in harnessing this principle. By mentally rehearsing desired outcomes, by vividly imagining financial goals, and by feeling the reality of abundance as though it is present, one sets a strong signal for money to respond. This is not mere imagination. It is the conscious establishment of a vibrational pattern that the universe naturally completes in the physical world. Consistency matters. Fleeting thoughts or inconsistent beliefs produce only weak signals, resulting in delayed or partial responses. Sustained focus, reinforced by belief and expectation, creates a powerful magnetic effect that attracts corresponding results. Moreover, money amplifies not only personal intention, but also collective energy. Acts of generosity, service, and contribution expand the field of abundance, creating reciprocal opportunities and attracting additional resources. Belief in one's right to abundance, combined with intentional contribution, produces a positive feedback loop in which money responds by increasing capacity to act, serve, and create further impact. Fear, doubt, and hesitation, on the other hand, contract energy, diminish clarity, and reduce the efficacy of financial activity. Money mirrors these states, limiting flow, obstructing opportunity, and creating frustration. The contrast is stark. Belief and clarity multiply results, while doubt and uncertainty reduce them. Even in moments of temporary lack, money responds to intention. A person who maintains faith, focuses clearly, and acts decisively often finds resources appearing at precisely the right moment. It is a law of response, not chance, and its effectiveness is proportional to the strength and consistency of inner alignment. Understanding that money amplifies intention transforms the relationship with wealth from struggle to conscious creation. It shifts the perspective from chasing and worrying to directing, guiding, and orchestrating resources in alignment with purpose. Money, in this sense, becomes a responsive servant, magnifying the intentions, beliefs, and clarity of thought that precede it. It obeys principle rather than pressure, responding faithfully to the energy it encounters. And through this response, the individual gains the ability to create, influence, and expand in ways that are natural, effortless, and powerful. Every thought, every declaration, and every act of focused belief serves to strengthen this alignment, allowing money to function as a magnifier of intention, a mirror of belief, and a tool for purposeful creation.